सर हे काय
Okay, so guys, this is a bumper for Tata Tiago, as you know, correct? And you can actually see one more sticker. So I'll come to that point. But there is one more sticker which is very interesting. Yeah, can you see this?
Yes.
So this is the sticker which says Paint OK Tata Motors.
Okay.
So this is the color which BIW typically has.
Oh.
Okay, so this is the first color which car gets. Fine. So this is called body in white color because it is tending towards white. It's not pure white, but it is the first color which a bumper or any system will get. Now coming to your question, this is called as tow hook.
Tow hook.
Okay. Now this is a front bumper. That means when this tow hook is getting into use, the vehicle is going to get pulled.
Oh.
Correct. So if this vehicle is, let's say, dead for some reason, what you need to do, you need to put this tow hook into this particular hole, a threaded hole, and this is heavily welded, as you can see.
Yes.
Okay. So Om, you can zoom in. Okay. So this is heavy welding done onto the tow hook. Fine. So there are multiple types of welds in bumper beam. One weld which you see here is seam weld.
Seam weld.
Correct. This is also seam weld, and you can actually see this is one plate, okay, and this is the bumper beam, actual bumper beam. Okay, so there is a complex welding happening here. This may happen using manual methods or robotic methods, it depends. Now next point is going to be this tow hook which is being welded and being taken out. So you can actually see a small plastic cap in a bumper which can be removed,
I know, yes.
and you have that tow hook which can be
We have
threaded
to push
into it.
that inside and
Correct. Either you put it inside or you pull it out, and then you put a tow hook here. So this is a front bumper. That's why this is the tow hook for vehicle to get pulled.
Only this is cross section.
So essentially the bumper beam, very good question. Essentially bumper beam is never straight. So what is going to happen? The bumper beam will have a curvature. So this is essentially straight. Okay, so what you need
The
to do,
beam is
you correct. So
curved.
this is the correct axis for the tow hook. But the bumper beam has a curvature. Now because we have done a bend test, 3-point bend test, that's why the curvature went outside. But this is how the entire beam is going to shape itself. Okay, fine. So this is one thing about this bumper beam. The next important part, which is not on this bumper but it is available here, is the crush can, which we have done our simulation with, right? So if I place this bumper on rack again and get this beam out, okay, so this is the entire bumper beam of Honda Civic. So we got it from a scrap yard. Now if you see here, Om, you can actually zoom in to this part. So this is the crush can assembly. Crush box, crush can, you can call it anything. Okay. Now there are important aspects to be covered when designing crush box. Okay. The first important aspect is it going to be a box section or is it going to be a circular section? Okay. So you cannot see a circular crush can. You are not able to see a circular crush can.
But why, sir?
So there are multiple reasons. One is the assembly becomes intricate.
okay.
Here you are all having stamp parts. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
And you can see spot welds.
Spot
So
welds.
earlier what we saw? Seam welds. Now all are what?
Spot weld.
Spot welds. So there is no additional material while you are doing welding. Okay, so it is all done with the spot welding process, correct? And then this bumper beam will have two sections. So you can actually see one is this kind of an open C channel. The other is on top of it, which is kind of a again you can see a tow hook
Yes,
assembly here, but there is actually no tow hook screw or what I get threaded part. So there is a hole, but it's not. It doesn't exist right now. Okay, so it will exist sometime. Now, what is crush can? Importance of crush can in this case? The importance of crush can is you need to absorb low speed impact energy. That is parking speed impact energy. So 5 kilometers per hour or maximum 10 kilometers per hour. So this is not for full frontal impact. That's why you can actually see this is bolted assembly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so the person, when we went to scrapyard, that guy also actually got out with his spanner, got the bolts out, and then we got this bumper into the office. So what is important here, this is for slow speed. There are serrations. So if you can zoom in here, there are serrations
To crush that
to give a direction for crush.
direction for crush. Yeah.
Okay, so if there is no direction for crush, it's going to buckle.
Yeah.
Buckling will not absorb more energy. What will absorb more energy? Crushing will absorb more energy. Okay, so more deformation will happen in crushing. So you can actually see it can be a same type of a crush can on both sides. It can be different type of a crush can, different in the sense there can be length which can be different on left or right side. Okay, that is possible. But right now people try and do it as symmetrical as possible. Okay, so this is Honda Civic, a mid-size sedan.
So why it is hollow in this side?
Now that is something which is to do with weight.
Okay.
So this is a slow speed impact assembly. So it doesn't require too much of energy to be absorbed. Okay, it's not something designed for a full frontal impact, full crash. So it is designed for slow speed. It is going to get replaced anyway. So if it is hollow, it will absorb a little bit of a more energy on a slow speed side. Okay, that's the only reason. So you can have huge amount of weight for this entire assembly, but it plays very little role when it comes to safety. It is more to do with insurance.
Okay.
Okay, you have to remember that.
So then it must be like a medium strength steel.
Yeah, so this is not a high strength steel for sure. Okay, so it will
Or
not
aluminum.
cross fire. No, aluminum is going to be costly.
Okay.
So this is going to be a steel bumper, but it will be hardly 500 megapascal max of the yield. Okay, so it will not have more than 500 megapascal as yield because this is not intended for a heavy energy absorption.
Okay.
So you said that same vehicle there are two different length.
Correct.
Why?
Because there can be some different assemblies which are there, and to compensate that length, one crush can be little lengthier, but the front length will remain same.
Okay.
So your BIW, if it is changing, it will be 99% time symmetric. But sometimes you have seen in our projects that the crush cans may have a different length on one side than the other. So that is something which is possible. Okay, it's not highly impossible. So this is how the overall bumper beam. You may think that okay, why we are doing bumper beam analysis in so much of a detail, but there are intricate design choices being made by the manufacturers and designers. Okay, so that is what you have to remember. So whenever we are going to study the further intricate problems like seat or cross-car beam, we will have to remember that every single design is for a reason.
Okay.
There is going to be a reason why it is done like that, why there is a hole existing. So I think somebody asked me question that.
Yeah, I asked.
Correct, you only asked me a question why there are so many holes existing
on the seat.
So that's for assembly. That is for jig and fixture dowels to go in. So it's not only for weight saving, it is also for assembly reasons. Okay, so we have to be 360-degree aware that we are not just doing a CAE analysis, we are also trying to solve a problem which is manufacturing related.
Okay.
Is this clear?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thanks guys.